Hello everyone, in this video I am gonna mention the top 5 best ways to make guild in Cerberus server. Now obviously it changes from server to server, so your top 5 might be different from mine. But anyway, let's go down through the list. I made one of these videos before for Heaven's Word, and now obviously things have changed ever since Stormblood. But number 5, it's still the gardening stuff for me, especially if you have access to a lot of houses, your friends' houses, gardens that they don't use, and you can do a lot of gardening, at least in my experience, because I have access to a lot. You can make a lot of gil. This is one example, silky spot seeds. You can sell the seeds or you can grow them and sell them, but let's look at the seeds first. Savnarian onion. There is blood pepper. Blood pepper is used to craft the primal minions, so they sell all the time. Let's take a look at the sale history. And if you grow them, let's take a look at them. Savnarian onion. There's the Savnarian onion, 220k each. Savnarian onion is used to level up your companion chocobo past rank 10. So, especially in the beginning of expansions where a lot of people going through the main story and they use their chocobo, these things are really expensive. They were 400k when Stormblood launched, and they were selling like candy, but now they're dropped in price because people stopped using their chocobos. But keep that in mind for next expansion. And blood pepper, as you can see, really pricey. And these blood peppers make the primal minions. Let's go through the minions, see the prices of them. You can sell them to make really nice gear. Primal minions like Wind Up, Ifrit, Wind Up Titan, Garuda, Leviathan, and so on. They all require blood pepper, and the other mats are really easy. And also, if you need a guide for gardening, I will link my guide in the video description. I already made a guide that I made a while ago, but it's still quite relevant because nothing have changed about gardening, so refer to the video description for that. And the number 4 best way to make gear, well, I'll put in 2 categories in number 4. One of them is the Grand Company dailies. If you know the gear that is possible Grand Company daily, be sure to make copies of them and put them up on the market board. They really sell well. Let's take stuffed quiche for example, which is the one of the food for Grand Company dailies at level 60 for Culinarian. I know this one, stuffed quiche. Look at that. And the Grand Company daily needs 3 of them, so you're looking at almost 50k for one recipe of these. For example, Adamantite Mail of Maiming, which is one of the armorers. I'm just giving you a couple examples of Grand Company dailies. Adamantite Mail of Maiming, 200k, just like that. Because people are really lazy when it comes to Grand Company dailies. They give huge amount of experience, but people are lazy and they don't want to craft it themselves. They just grab it off the market board. So it's your chance to not be the lazy one, but take advantage of the lazy people and craft all of the Grand Company dailies. I will look for a source of a web page or something that lists all of the possible Grand Company dailies. If I find it, I'll put it in the video description. So that's one thing, and the other thing is crafter and gatherer gear for level 70 especially. I will count this as number 4 best way to make gear as well, along with the Grand Company daily stuff. So if you take a look at, for example, the chest for crafter, level 71 sells quite well. Even level 65 one sells really well. And if you have followed my Weaver Descent guide, which I'll link in the video description, you can get the mats really easy for these, really cheap, and you can make a huge profit crafting these. For example, the pants, headpiece, and so on. So this is number 4 best way to make gear. Grand Company daily stuff and crafter and gatherer gear, especially 60 to 70 gear. Even 50 to 60 gear is really good. Let's take a look at a couple. For example, Holy Rainbow gear for crafter. Look at the HQ. So yeah, just see how your server is doing in terms of this, and you can apply this guide to it. And number 3 best way to make gil is selling the sands. Selling sands are really easy to get. I have guides of all 3 types of sands: Everborn, Everdeep, and Everbright. Everbright is miner, Everborn is botanist, and Everdeep is fisher. You only need folklore book for the fisher one though. You need the folklore book for Doma for fishing in order to get the Everdeep. I have a guide for that which I'll link in the video description. Everborn and Everdeep, you don't need any folklore books for these, so they are really accessible. These are used to craft 320 gear. And the other sands, Duskborn and Dusklight, especially Dusklight. Downlight and Dusklight. Dusklight is 13k. I'm gonna show you how to get these because I haven't shown these previously in other videos, so I'm just gonna show you them quickly. These are the best sands to sell because these are used in food and potions. The new potions, which are the infusions, if we take a look at them, well, we will take a look at them as well. It's part of the top 5. They're actually level 70. Infusions of vitality, mind, and so on. All of these need Dusklight. And one of the best raiding food, which is the persimmon leaf sushi, is also need Dusklight. So if you can't craft the actual food and potion, you can sell the Dusklight. The best way to get Dusklight is as fisher. I'm gonna show you how to get them as the other 2 gathering classes though. Okay, so the best way to get Dusklight is through spearfishing. Right here in Ruby Sea. Don't go down south. You have to be around right here exactly, or otherwise you get different stuff. So you just put your collectible fishing and do spearfishing here until you catch some scats. There we go, false scat. This is the fish we want. Doing ethereal reduction on these will grant you Dusklight most of the time. There we go, another scat. Let's do ethereal reduction, see if we get any Dusklights. There we go, Dusklight. Really easy and quick, 2 Dusklights. And you saw the price for this, right? Just go back in the video if you didn't. It's really ridiculously easy to make gil of these sands. So there you go. If you have Fisher is really good. I'm glad Fisher got some love. They made this Dusklight, which is really consumable item that is used in potion and food, that they made Fisher the best way to get it. If you don't have Fisher, then this is how you get dusk lights as miner. This ephemeral node in the locks spawns from 12 AM to 4 AM, and you do collectible on it. And the rotation is single mind, utmost caution, then do one impulsive. If it procs, you will get more sands or more probability for more clusters. So you can farm clusters at the same time. And then single mind, out methodical appraisal, methodical, and another methodical. I think I didn't have full GP. No, that's good. This is the rotation. So you get 2 items. And there you go. Dusk light. 3 dusk light there. And clusters. And as for dusk light from botanist, the Azim step, 8 AM to 12 PM. From Doman Yellow. Same rotation. There you go, dusk light. Number 2 best way to make gil for me, it's still the 320 gear. This is my sale history, just showing you quick. This is all the 320 gear that the high end game battle, craftable battle gear. They still sell pretty well, so I will consider it number 2 the best way to make gil. Those are the Thavnarin and Blood Peppers. Number 5 best way to make it as well in my sale history. And number 1 best way to make gil is consumables. And which of the most is the infusions? Let's take a look at them. Especially if you are in a server where there's a lot of raiding going on, these potions sell like candy. Just look at my sale history. Just from yesterday, all of these were sold for mind. Intelligence, same thing, and each of them is 15k. Vitality sells less because of the tank meta changes. Now tanks are back to strength, so vitality doesn't sell as much, but it still sells. Dexterity and strength. Another consumable that you can sell is cunning potions that increases your CP when crafting, and it stacks with food. The cunning craftsman tea, look at that. For HQ sells really well. Those cheap ones that you see that someone mistakenly maybe put them on the market board for that cheap, so otherwise the regular price is around 14k on average. And another consumable is of course food. My recommendation is persimmon leaf sushi. This is one of the best raiding foods that you can sell. As you can see in the sale history, just today, the whole page is just today. So it's really good and it's easy to make. All the materials are gatherable, so which is included, the sand is included. If I show you the recipe again, persimmon leaf sushi, there's the dusk lights, and those dusk lights I got while showing you how to get them. I'm gonna make this food out of and sell it to make profit. Okay, anyway, there you go guys. This is my top 5 best ways that I make guild with right now. So it will probably change in 4.1. If it changes, I'll make an update, of course. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Please like, favorite, subscribe, and share the video. And if you wanna support me, I recommend Twitch. I'm streaming a lot of FF14 in Twitch as well. Thank you guys so much and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, bye bye, and bye from Asheliat as well.